Hello, my friends. It's me, Sarah, your Christian forgiveness coach, and you are listening to or watching Forgive Everyone for Everything Every Day Right Away. And today I want to talk about what I've come to believe forgiveness really is. So, a couple of weeks ago, you might remember if you listened, I ended my podcast on forgiving our own self sabotage and self betrayal. I ended it like this. I said, what if nothing has gone wrong? What if you believed everything that happened up until this moment was meant to happen and that there was actually nothing to forgive? Let me share with you now a little bit of how I got there. One reason forgiveness has come so easily to me is that I see people in a certain way. Even before I found coaching and I learned what I know now about my thoughts and renewing my mind, I already had this view. I see every single human with a pure and perfect spiritual soul inside of them. It's the human part of us that doesn't recognize that most of the time in others or in ourselves. But it doesn't mean it's not there. Each and every one of us has this soul. On a spiritual level, our souls are perfect. Our souls are one. They're all connected by pure love. It's our human side that is imperfect. And that's the part of us that does bad things. That's the part of us that causes disconnection. And we all have that too. So even when people hurt me, lie to me, cheat on me, reject me, or say hurtful things to me, I still see that pure soul inside of them. That is what allows me to not take those actions personally, to not make what someone else does or says mean anything, excuse me, about me. That's why I know like it's their human side, it's their pain that their human side is experiencing that caused them to act in the way that they did. Their pure soul, their spiritual soul would never do those things. They just weren't able to see that pureness, that, their spirit at that time, their human side was not connected with it at that time. And they had to go through a struggle, whatever it was, to be able to find that connection again. And I've been there too. Of course, I've had many times where I'm not connected, where I'm not seeing my own soul. And had to go through the things I've gone through in my life to find it, to reconnect with it. And that's all of us. Anytime we believe lies in our head, or we react to or obey our emotions in some way and do or say something that hurts another or ourselves, we are not in alignment with our spirit. And it takes a lot of awareness and a lot of practice to get in alignment with our spirit. It takes mistakes and wrongdoings to learn what is in alignment with our spirit and what is not. And that is why I believe that even when bad things happen, that nothing has gone wrong. It has to happen for us to find that connection to our spirit again. There literally is no other way to find it. We have to experience the pain, the suffering to wake up to the pure soul inside of us. But we don't just have to experience pain and suffering. I mean, we're all doing that. No one escapes that. We have to learn from those experiences. We have to learn to pick ourselves up, to not give up. We have to learn how to handle the heartbreak, the pain, the rejection, the harm, the abuse, and not let those things turn us into someone who loses sight of our spirit. We have to diligently keep fighting to go back to that light, no matter how many times we fall into darkness. And so that is why ultimately I now understand and believe that there's actually never anything to forgive. Real forgiveness is actually recognizing there's nothing to forgive because nothing has gone wrong. Everything has gone exactly the way it was supposed to go for each one of us to be exactly where we are. Because sometimes we see the lesson, right? Sometimes we can see the lesson sooner rather than later. But sometimes maybe I think we don't understand the full story this side of heaven. And we have to accept that. That's where true peace really lies. It's from that peaceful and accepting place that we can access our pure spirit. But don't mistake that peace for happiness all the time. You know, I still cry tears of sadness or feel real anger over lost relationships or loved ones, seeing friends in pain, seeing the world in pain from wars or school shootings. Because remember, we're still human. I think our souls on a spiritual level know that it has to happen the way that it does. But the human side of us is supposed to be sad or angry sometimes. It's those emotions that we learn from. It's those emotions that help us find our way and reconnect. And that's a good place to be. And I want that for each and every one of you. Love to you all, my friends. I'll talk to you next time.